connect with your body, and then we're just going to begin to relax. So as we do so, just wiggle those heels out or underneath those knees, toes forward. Spread your toes out. And since those heels are under the knees, we know we're safe. So if we want to lean forward, we've got the stability of those heels underneath us. We can work those toes a little bit apart. If we feel safer bringing the foot towards us, that's fine too. But just give your feet a little bit some motion through here, circulation. We cram them into shoes so often that they don't get a chance to breathe. And then we might even have insoles that they're in a brace per se. So we want to give them opportunities to get the circulation moving and not just seize up the feet so we lose that flexibility. So when the toes begin to wiggle, they draw circulation and energy into the feet. We can come to the balls of the feet, lift the heels up. We can rotate from side to side. And start small, go big. Imagine you're rolling your foot around a ball. And again, some days we have more flexibility because we've been out maybe in our sandals a bit more, walking in our bare feet. And other days we might be in runners, so we got to work them back out. Perfect. Now place those heels down. Walk the heels just a little further out, and we're going to windshield wiper those feet. Good. Wiggle the toes. Move the feet as many different positions as you go. Whatever feels good. Again, go slow, be gentle. You might get some shake. We don't want any cramping going on, so we're going to take it easy. Now, as we begin to concentrate on the feet, think about where your breath is. Hopefully not shallow, short breaths. We want deep, deep breaths into the body. We want to always keep that nice deep breath as much as we can, and relax the shoulders back into a gentle posture. Feet can come down to the earth. We can bring those heels back under those knees. And as the knees are over those ankles, once again, the hips are in line. We're going to take the hands to the belly. And I want you to open up your chest. Think about drawing your elbows down and your chest opens. Breathe into that belly. Now, if we have a hard time getting it this deep, place one hand on your belly, one hand on your chest. Guide it down. Breath comes in. Feel your hand on your chest expanding. And allow it to flow beyond, maybe to the diaphragm to begin with, maybe right into the belly if we can. And as we expand the lungs, notice the flexibility needed as we open up those tight areas through the neck, through the ribs. Get the diaphragm to push into the belly, expanding that back, especially if you've really arched the back. Lengthen the back with each breath. Beautiful. We feel stronger and fuller with our breaths. Now, once you feel like you've got that belly breath coming into the belly, slide that top hand just to the back, the lower back, making sure we have it into the lower back and the spine. And as you notice, if we hip hike one side or we're sitting kind of cockeyed, the body will try and balance it out evenly. As long as we get the breath deep into both hips. Good. And begin to relax your mind. Try not to focus on anything else but your body and your breath. And just begin to relax. Perfect. Now allow the hands to come to the front. We're going to extend the fingertips off the knees, open the hands to the sides, spread those fingers apart, and as the shoulders relax down, not back, inhale up with the shoulders, and release. Soft and gentle, inhale up, and release. Feeling the right side and the left. And if there's any soreness on either side, we're going to make sure that we respect that and not go as high. Perfect. Let the shoulders come right down. Even if you have to lengthen that breath, go a little bit slower, add an extra breath. We want to make sure that we teach the shoulders to release down. 2 more. Up we go. Perfect, one more. Now we feel the 4 points on each feet. Let's just double check and make sure those toes are just poking out from beyond the knees and that we're not too far apart. We'd like to fall into a V position, so just check in every so often. We're on our sits bones, we're nice and tall, the hands are to the side. Softly take your right hand as you look down to it. Notice a gentle stretch through the neck. Breathe into that left side of your neck. Slow and gentle, don't be forceful, just let your shoulders relax and release. Now let your hand come up as you're watching it, and as it comes to the forehead, you're going to follow it with your eyes and then just look straight out to the front. Now the elbow's going to reach to the side, gently draw back. You can even slide your hand across the forehead a little bit, and then as we breathe in, look to that left elbow as the elbow gently pulls away. Now we're tall from the tailbone to the crown, we're lengthening, opening up the chest, and then exhale, come back to center. Looking out front, let that right arm come down. Shoulders are soft. Hands extend to the sides, fingertips open. Feel the air through your fingers. Look down to the left side, left hand. Let that neck lengthen as you breathe. On the next inhale, bring that hand up, follow it with your eyes. Let the back of the hand come to the forehead, open up that elbow, and if you choose to look towards that left elbow as the left elbow slowly draws back. Keep your spine nice and big as you breathe in, nice and tall, and exhale back. Wonderful, hands come down to the sides. Look to your right hand. Gentle neck release, bringing the hand up, hand to forehead. Look towards that right elbow as the right elbow floats back. Chest stays open, nice and tall through your spine. Release back and let your right hand float to the sides. Look down to the left. Neck opens, hand slowly floats up as we follow it with our eyes. Back of the hand to the forehead, elbow widens, shoulders relax. Inhale to the left. Slowly coming back on the exhale. Perfect, let the hand float down. Both hands are by your sides, palms to the front. Inhale forward, reach your fingers towards me as if you're passing me a platter, thumbs over top. Watch your balance, make sure you feel safe, and then draw back, nice open palms, shoulders roll open, chest opens. And then as we draw forward, I want you to exhale. Now pull the shoulders away from the ears. Keep the space here. And then as we come up nice and tall, we're going to inhale. Belly, chest, exhale, lengthen. Inhale. Let those fingertips reach down as we pull back. And then forward as we come up. Exhale. Core is going to work here. Help us out. And then inhale one more time. Hold to the sides, relax your shoulders. Right palm is going to come up towards the sky as if you're pushing the sun a little bit higher. Reach down with your left hand towards the earth like you're rooting your fingers towards the ground. Now we're not going to lean to the left. We're going to stay nice and safe on those sits bones, but we're going to really open down the left or the right side of the body here. And then exhale, let the arms softly come down carefully. Both hands sweep across the knees. And the left arm goes up. Push that sun nice and high. Reach those right fingers to the ground, rooting yourself as we lengthen. Think tall through your spine, chin is tucked. Perfect. Let that left arm come down slowly. Sweep them across the knees. Now both hands are going to rise up. Belly opens, chest. Shoulders relax, drop the shoulders down. Nice deep breath. Now imagine you're a corkscrew, and we're going to look towards that right elbow. The right elbow is going to float back. We're going to gently twist, but our bodies are nice and tall. We don't want to compress those vertebrae. We want to slide them gently. If it's too much to have the arms this high, lower the hands to the shoulders. Look to the left, follow the left elbow. I'm going to give you an option of just bringing the hands to the shoulders if you like. Or maybe the hands stay to the sides, and as we come back to center, we just concentrate on twisting. The arms can come up if that's your option. Back to center, shoulders down. Don't carry tension in the neck. Follow that left elbow. And beautiful, back to center. Take your hands behind your knees. Leaning forward, lay that belly towards those thighs. Watch that we don't separate the knees. We want to walk the feet wider if we need to, but don't go into an upside down triangle position. Lower the belly. Lower that belly length. Breathe into that lower back. Draw the elbows back towards those hips. Gently hold. And as we breathe in, prepare. Exhale, tuck your tailbone down towards the chair. Use that core and roll the body back up. Come up nice and tall. Keep your chin tucked. Inhale, belly forward, chest. Shoulders pull back, elbows towards your hips. Hold and breathe. And then exhale, tuck that core and scooping it in. Roll softly through the spine and come up nice and tall. Hands are going to float off those knees. Elbows are going to come into the rib cage. Bring the pinkies together. And as they touch, check those knees. Make sure the heels are right under those knees. We're going to come in to feed the bird. So as the elbows tuck in, we're going to open up the hands, pivoting like the elbows are on hinges. Notice the shoulders rolling back, the chest opening. Exhale, bring it back together. Don't collapse your chest, but stay open. Perfect. Inhale, open up. Exhale, bring it back together. Nice. 2 more. And if we have one shoulder a little sore, we always go with the weaker, sore shoulder. 1 more. Beautiful. Try to keep your shoulders level if you can. There we go. And then as the hands come together, clasp those fingers. Bring the palms towards your heart, elbows out to the side. Watch we don't clench the neck, drop the shoulders. Sweep the palms forward. If this hurts your wrist, release the clasp and just push your palms forward. Now we like to lift up through the neck, drop those shoulders down. And again, separate the hands if you need. We're just going to bow those arms down to the right. Breathe into the left side of the lung. Exhale, back to center. Shoulders stay down. Hold. And then intentional, entire movement as we breathe into that right lung. Contraction on the left. Inhale, back to center. And then over to the right. And then back to center. Shoulders down. But we're not leaning, we're just tilting to the side. And then back to center. Well done. Bring the palms back to your heart. Release the hands. And as the palms come up, we're going to bring the fingertips into the palms and roll through the wrists. Tuck the wrists in and then gently roll the wrists out. Roll the wrists in and out. Even with these simple, smaller movements, use your breath. Release like a Spider-Man wrist. Breathing in, lift as if you're inflating your fists. Exhale, release. No pain, then we continue. And we might even release the fingers now. Drawing in each finger. Now if we have very sensitive hands and sensitive wrists, we can go 1 arm at a time. So leave one hand curled up, release the right. Inhale, bring it up, release the left. Bring it in, release the right, or do both at the same time, whatever works for you. When we isolate to less movement, we can really focus on the movement with more intention. Perfect. Shoulders relaxed as we concentrate. And remember the breath. Exhale, inhale. 1 more each side. Exhale. Inhale. Perfect. Awesome. Now hold a very gentle fist. Bring the knuckles towards you, and we're just going to rotate. Nice job. Think about your posture. The back and the core working together with each breath. And then reverse. Perfect. Now as we let the hands release, bring the palms down towards your hips. We're going to turn the palms forward, make a fist, draw the elbows up into a bicep curl. Now we're going to start at this level because we tend to curl in. We don't want to do that. We want to open up the chest. We want to keep the posture as tall as we can make it, lowering down to a lengthy, lengthy muscle. So many times we never get to full length, we stop here. I want you to really concentrate on lengthening the muscle, reaching through the knuckles towards the floor. Feel that length, but we're not locking the elbows. And then as we come all the way up, as if you're coming through mud, don't come too close where we've got no strength. Hold out a little further. And then as we let that muscle go, lengthen, exhale, inhale. Now we start very slow, nice and low. If we're good here, let's stay here. All right, if we want a little more challenge, we can bring the elbows up a little bit higher. As long as the shoulders stay back and the chest stays open, we can lengthen here. Nice long arms, and then we inhale back up. And exhale. Lots of options. Just watch when we extend that we don't begin to roll in. We're better off to take a break, get the shoulders back, and do the positions properly. Good work. Let's go one more time. And as we come back to a nice, safe bicep curl, drop your elbows, bring your fists out, and we're going to span the wings. So we're going to start very slow, opening it up. Your fingertips are going to reach towards the floor or face the floor. The elbows are going to open, but drop your shoulders. So if I'm lifting and I'm clenching, I stay nice and low. Bring those arms in like you're reaching your elbows towards the floor with your wrists. And then inhale. Lengthen the elbows out. So each time you lift, you're expanding that distance. So I'm pushing down and out as I lengthen. Good. Down, I'm still pressing out. Pressing down and out with those forearms. And back down. Nice, one more time. And this time as we come back to the hips, we're going to take that right arm to the front of the body and we're going to lift up. Slowly lower, respecting the shoulder. Maybe the side doesn't want to go that high, that's fine. Then switch. Notice a gentle body twist, and then the left, up we go. Lower down, shoulders relaxed. We're going to gently twist. Up we go. Forearm stays parallel. So you're almost going to come to your forehead or just slightly above, depending on how the shoulder feels. Twisting, lifting. Lower, twisting, and lifting. Let's go, one more each side. Gentle twist, shoulders relaxed. Gentle lift. You feel your obliques working along here. That's why our posture needs to stay nice and tall, because we are twisting softly. Well done. And release. Now as we bring the hands down, let the palms open up, because that little clenched position might have caused some tension through the hands, so softly release. Perfect. Put the hands on those knees, walk the knees a little bit wider. And with your right hand to your right knee, take your left hand just to the edge of the chair, and we're going to follow that hand around and see how far back we can gently take our gaze to the back of the chair. So the left shoulder's relaxed, the right shoulder's relaxed. We're just gently contracting the back to take a gentle gaze behind us. As we come back, we bring the left hand with us. We check and make sure the knees are still over the heels to make sure we're safe. And then when you're ready, release your right hand to the edge of the chair, following the hand with your eyes. Relax the shoulders. It doesn't take much for us to collect tension through the neck, so we will feel this probably immediately without too much movement. Hold, left hand to the side, follow the hand. Breathing nice and deep, come back to center. Relax your shoulders, find your posture. Right side once again to the chair. Beautiful. Hands come to the knee, bring the fingertips inside a little bit deeper. Our toes are spread out. We find our 4 points on our feet. We're going to respect those arches so we're not collapsing into them. Take your right shoulder towards your left knee. Looking to the left elbow. Slide the hand in if you feel any pressure in your wrist. And we only go as far as we feel a gentle lengthening through the side. Inhale, come back up. Find length through the crown. Left shoulder to right knee. Look to your right elbow. Inhale, back up. Relax both shoulders, find that stability, and then right shoulder back to left knee. And left shoulder we're looking at, or left elbow. Inhale, back up. Relax, balance. Left shoulder to right knee for the final one. Perfect. Now roll that body up. If you feel safe with the legs separated, that's fine. If you want to bring the feet in a bit closer, we're going to do some cat and cow movements. So if you feel a bit safer with the feet closer together, then that's fine too. Just make sure the knees stay over the heels. The toes are softly spread. And we only go as far forward as we feel safe in our chairs. So make sure our hips are on the chair safely. The hands can be on the knees. We're going to breathe into the belly, lower that belly through the legs or onto the thighs. Chest open, shoulders back, elbows reaching towards the hips. Exhale, pull that tailbone towards the chair. Scoop that belly button in. Try not to use your shoulders and your arms. Let the core and the back work. The arms are there for support. As we breathe in, belly comes forward. Chest lengthening through the front of the body as we contract the back. As we exhale, that tailbone draws in. We lengthen the back, scoop the belly. And the shoulders stay relaxed the entire movement. This is a core back movement. If you're really needing to use the neck and shoulders, don't go as deep. Exhale up. And test it if you want to. Leave your thumbs on your legs, let your hands dangle to your sides, let the shoulders relax. And you'll be surprised how much we try to use our hands all the time. But again, make sure you feel safe if you're removing your arms or your hands from your thighs. Forward, down. Perfect. Use that core to come up. And then come up nice and tall. Hold here. Let your hands dangle to your sides. Walk your feet in so your knees are nice and close together with your ankles. And with your spine nice and tall, lift the shoulders up. Exhale, let them slowly lower. Now I want you to imagine you have buckets of sand on either hand. As we breathe in, we float those shoulders up, lifting those buckets. And exhale, let them come down. Lots of distance there. Inhale up. This is where we usually are. This is where we want to be. 2 more. Inhale up. Now, because we're lifting together on our final one, notice how stiff we could be, even though we're moving up and down. So we're going to take the right shoulder, let the left shoulder drop, and we're going to alternate. And as we move one shoulder up, we can breathe in, let the opposite shoulder relax, and switch. Maybe it's the exhale on this shoulder, the inhale on the opposite shoulder. And notice the gentle teeter-tottering of the shoulders with the ribs. The hips still are nice and level as we go from side to side. Feel your breath traveling into the lung, into that hip. One more side here. Well done. No rush. Lower when you're ready. And then as we make sure those heels are under those knees, we're going to come up out of our chair if we choose, or we're going to stay in our chair. So the hands are going to rest on the thighs. We're going to give that motion of leaning forward. Hands are out front for stability. Shoulders are relaxed. Apply weight to those feet and slowly come up. Notice those quads, those glutes working. Now check your feet. When you came up, were you in this position? There's going to be a lot of pressure on the inside of those knees, so trying to train the feet to stay forward. Same with pigeon-toed. If we walk pigeon-toed, a lot of pressure, inconsistent pressure through the knees. This is where we get pain. So we want to make sure that when we come up, our feet are parallel. So lower back down if you can. You can stay standing if you prefer. Find that heel down the center of your feet. Maybe there's lines on the floor, maybe there's a pattern on your carpet. Make a line there so we know where we're at. The knees are right over those heels. When we counterbalance by reaching forward, the tailbone's still back, we're slowly going to exhale our way up. The knees should feel safe. All right. Now as we shuffle from side, foot to foot, side over to the side, we're going to come around to the back of the chair. Our chair is a great prop for balance and stability. And it's nice to have it there. We can stay in our chair or we can remain standing. But as we face the chair, we're going to walk our feet back. And we're going to come to a downward dog position. So hand can be on the back of the chair. We can turn the chair so that it can go a little bit lower if that's a comfortable position for us. Our feet line up. Our tailbone lifts. And we don't lock the knees, but we're going to drop the elbows down, pull the shoulders back, and lower to where we feel a nice lengthening through the back of the legs, a lengthening through the lower back, and we're still going to keep the head in line with the spine. A lot of us would like to drop the crown, look between the knees. That's a lot of weight for some of our necks. So just try to keep it active with the shoulders back. Perfect. Now nice deep breath in. Go higher if you need at any point, or you might even find the earth depending on how you feel today. As we come up, look towards your hands first. Inhale, and then exhale, walk your feet towards it. Now on the back of the chair, we are going to step forward with our right foot, and on the back we're going to take the left leg and place the heel to the furthest point. Perfect. Bend your right knee. Make sure it's over that ankle. And if you can go deeper, you're going to have to walk your toe a little bit further. If this is not feeling safe, bring your stance closer. Okay, so you might be a little bit taller. Nice and tall, shoulders back. Now the left hand's on the chair for safety. You can even sit down on your chair and put your right hip there if you like. Or if you're still sitting in your chair, slide your right knee out to the side and extend the left. Do what you can for your body. There's lots of options. With this warrior stance, I want you to bring your right hand out to the front. Let your fingers lengthen, but draw the shoulders back. That right shoulder, we want to put it in its pocket. We're nice and tall. Our right hip is slightly more forward than the left. Turn your palm to the sky, and then begin to reach to the sky. Lengthening, keep your shoulder down, and grow tall. Breathe into your right lung, into that right hip. Now, the chair is there for balance. If you're feeling comfortable today, you can take the left hand away and place it down the back of the leg, holding your position, always having that chair if you need it. Perfect. Slowly lower. Left hand can stay behind you and float up to behind, or it can come back to the chair. Both palms are to the earth. Left hand can float to the chair if you like and hold here. Whatever works for you. Right palm's going to flip back up. We're going to grow tall once again through the fingertips. Drop that right shoulder. Breathe into that right lung. Relax and release. Good. Lower that hand down. Take the breaks as you need. And then bring your left hand to the chair if you're not already there. Right hand's going to come down by your hip. And then as that palm pushes back, Keep a nice long arm here, shoulder back. Bring the palm forward, up. We're facing the front knee now. And we're gonna push it down. It's like a paddle through the water. We could be looking forward, chin tucked, seeing in our peripheral vision the hand rising and lowering. Or to stimulate the brain, we're gonna follow that hand up with the eyes. Release the hand and follow it with your eyes. But if this throws your balance off, don't follow the hand. Just keep your eyes forward, find a spot. Breathing in, flip the palm, lower down. And as you notice, we're going to really open up that chest for this position. So one more option. If this is bothering your shoulder, take your hand to the shoulder and just gently rotate back. Remember, shorten the lever anytime you need. Good. And our one final option as we come up to the front, if you want something a little bit different, take your hand behind your ear. Open up the elbow and notice a little difference here. Your spine needs to be tall. Don't straighten your front leg. Keep it bent. And then on the exhale, bring it back. Feel the contraction across your chest, across the core. And then as you breathe in, open. Right across that chest, nice and strong. And then back. You can follow your elbow with your eyes. And back, shoulders stay relaxed. And then for the final one, pick your option, long arm, bent elbow, hand to shoulder, whatever works for you. Well done, and bring it back. Slowly let that hand come down. Step forward to that front leg and walk it out. We're gonna switch sides. So as we go to the other side, the right leg goes back, heel to the floor. Left knee is bent over your ankle. Now, if your shoulder's tired, take a couple seconds just to roll your shoulders back. Take a little bit of a break if you need. Perfect. Now with the left knee over that ankle, the toes spread out, your back right heel is the furthest point behind you. Take that hand out to the front, palm's gonna rise. Good, now if we go higher, we're gonna let that shoulder drop down. And maybe the right hand can release from the chair towards that back right leg. As we lower, hand rises, extend from fingertip to fingertip. Warrior stance, strong in the legs, lengthy through the arms, but no tension in the neck. So as we go, let that left palm float up, extend, lengthen, breathe into that left lung. And then slowly lower. Perfect. Two more, up we go. Inhale, up, 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 up. Shoulder relaxed. Lower down. And then one more time. Lower down. And then releasing the right hand back to the chair. Bring the left shoulder back. Let the left hand float behind. Press down. Now we can stay facing forward as that arm comes up. Seeing it in your peripheral vision. Or as we draw back, following it with our hands. Or with our eyes, I'm sorry. And then back up. Float, float, float. Relax the shoulder. Take it back down. One more time. This is for this option. Continue if you like. If you find that your arm's getting tired, bring the hand back up to the shoulder and just lead with the elbow a little bit. See the difference as you play around with the different options? Notice how the shoulder rolls, especially when you're cradling the shoulder with your hand. And then once again, as you come up, you can welcome to take those fingertips behind the ear, open up that elbow, feel that chest opening up. And then bringing that elbow forward, and then gently back, inhaling, twisting. Release, and bring it back. Think of that nice tall spine. We don't want to compress the lower back. We want strength through our legs. And there should be no pain. Our final one, slow and gentle. Breathing in, lengthening the spine. And then gently coming down. Take the arm down for a break. Roll through that shoulder. Just give it a sec. And on the next breath in, step forward and walk it out. Good. So we're behind our chair still. We're going to walk back, find that length. Once again, hands to the back of the chair. Walk your feet back. If you're sitting, just bowing forward, making sure those heels are under the knees. Lower, 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 or go to the bottom of the chair and find your length. Shoulders pulling towards your hips. Breathe into that body. Now notice a little difference between the hips now. See if we've got a little more mobility. And as we breathe in, look towards your hands, soften your knees, and walk your hands back to the chair. Walk your feet up. And with the hips just resting on the chair, so we know where the chair is, we're going to open the right hand to the side. And again, the lever can be smaller, the elbow can be bent. And as we bow forward, if we can bend over the chair, fantastic. If we're in a really high chair, we're going to turn the chair so we have a little more access. And then as we open up, the shoulder stays down. The hand does not go any higher than your shoulder. And then as we bow forward, like we're scooping around a big giant ball, trying to reach the other side of the chair. And then inhale back up. Good. Exhale, core work, cat position. And you'll notice most of our movements are cat and cow as we inhale. Belly's open, chest contracts. Exhale, reach. Knees stay soft. And then we come up nice and tall. Both hands to your hips, arms rise. Exhale to prayer. Breathe into those thumbs. Let your shoulders honestly come down. Give it some time. All of a sudden you'll feel this little extra give. That's what we want. Hands release. Deep breath in. Exhale to prayer. Nice. All right, let the hands spread to the sides. If you want the chair to be turned so you have that stability, go ahead. But the left arm's going to go out to the side. Extend. And then scooping that belly, soft knees, exhale. Inhale, hand doesn't go higher than your shoulder. Keep it safe. Chest is open through here. We bow forward. We reach to the other side of the chair. And then we breathe back in. Good. Exhale. This is our cat. We open to our cow. And one more time, find that cat, scoop that belly button in, feel your power through your core, and then release and feel your back strength as we lengthen. Bring the hand back down, standing behind your chairs. Deep breath in, open it up. Come down to prayer. Breathe into those thumbs. Release. And relax. Now we're going to release our right hand out to the side. Now I want you to imagine it's like a teacup. So instead of the hand out front, which we may have to stay with, we're going to try to open the arm out a little further. The left hand's going to go to the hip, and we're going to feel like we're a teacup. Exactly. These positions are simple. We've had this from childhood. We're going to do the same movement. So as we breathe into our left hand, we're going to tilt that teacup and pour that tea. On the exhale, we come back. Shoulder comes down and relaxes. Teacup, pour that tea out. Inhale. So these nursery rhymes had a purpose. Very somatic, safe movements. Really good for our bodies. Beautiful. One more time. Keep the elbow below the wrist. Nice and soft. Feel the lengthening down that left side where your hand's resting, and then come back up. Bring the hands together. Inhale, explode those fingertips to the sky. And as we come down, relax your shoulders. Hands to your hips. Right hand's gonna slide up the hip this time. Left hand's gonna come to that teacup spout. The chest is open as much as we can. And as we pour that tea out, we're breathing into that right hip. Soft, gentle contraction on the left, opening on the right. Come back up on the exhale. Keep this arm nice and bent. There we go. Exhale, come back up. 2 more. Inhale, lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Gently back. Shoulders relaxed. Then we go to the next one. Well done. Let the hands come together. Find the prayer. Explode as we relax those shoulders up with the fingertips. Bow down to the chair as we walk the feet back. We're going to go to half extension. So half extension is really lifting that tailbone, lowering the chest. Maybe we can move our hands towards those knees, just above the knees, stabilizing us. Flatten out your spine as much as you can. A lot of us will still drop our shoulders. Pull your shoulders back, elbows towards your hips. Breathe and hold. Now as we inhale, soften your knees, tuck your tailbone, roll up slowly. Perfect. Roll the shoulders back, walk forward. Heel to toe, hands to the chair. Deep breath in, walk back, lengthen. Lower down to your half extension. Hands can stay on the chair, hands can go above the knees, but the back is flat. Shoulders are pulling back. And we're looking towards the floor beyond our toes. Perfect. Inhale, soften the knees. Exhale, roll your way up. Come forward to the chair. And place the hands once again on the chair. Deep breath in, walk back. Stabilize the feet. They're parallel. They're not in pigeon-toed. They're not in pie. Bring the heels behind the center of the feet. Lower down. Lengthen that back. Hands above the knees. Spine. Now, if you had something on your spine, between your shoulders and your mid-back, is it going to roll towards your head? Make sure the elbows are close to your hips, to your ribs. Nice flat tabletop. Inhale, soften the knees, scoop that belly button and roll up. Exhaling on the way. Shoulders lift, relax. And as we come to the back of the chair, walk around to the front and have a seat. Well done today. Have a seat. Slowly using those quads, hands out front, lower down. Walk those heels out from underneath those knees and make sure we're on the edge of the chair still. Toes forward. Perfect. Now we're going to carefully take the right heel, cross on top of the left foot. It can stay on the inside if you're more comfortable, but we're going to keep it across. I want you to breathe into your right hip right now. Put your hand on your right hip and really breathe into it. All right, let it relax and release. If you're good here, bring your ankle up a little bit higher, breathe. And if we need a block to wedge the foot on, we can, or we can slide it up, supporting that leg by flexing the foot. Perfect. Now we're gonna wanna pull this left knee in, try to keep it straight. Think about your posture. And as we sit tall, we just do our best. All right, if we get into a position we find it's too much, go into it, ease out of it. As we flex the foot, we're going to find our posture. And if we're good here, we can bow forward a little bit. Lead with your heart. Try not to curve your spine. And watch that we're not looking down towards our belly button or our calf, that we're looking out, extending our spine, nice and long. Good, deep breaths in as the shoulders relax back. And we want tension of the neck. As that hip begins to feel tight, we breathe into it. And remember, our brain is very powerful. So if we can't quite get the leg up right now, just breathe into the hip, relax it. Let the brain connect to the tight areas. And then we slowly tuck the tailbone, roll up. And very carefully supporting that leg, release it. Give our little soccer kicks to make sure the knee is safely back in line. Good, and as the feet come back down, let's try the left side. Each side is slightly different, so bring the leg in. You can rest it on the foot, you can keep it pulled to the inside of the arch, but just give your hip a chance to see what we're doing here. To feel it, breathe into the hip. And with the touch, the brain connects a lot more direct. So if we can touch that hip, it's easier to connect the brain to our focus is. So as we slide the left leg up, we'll see how this side feels, because it might be our tight side or it might be our more flexible side. We flex the foot, we relax the knee, we find our posture. Try to be as tall. Try to keep your left hand on your knee if you can, and your right hand near the ankle, but keep your foot flexed. If you're good, bow forward. Watch your right knee doesn't float in. As soon as we feel some tension, we just hold and breathe. Exhaling out that tightness. Shoulders relaxed. Good work. Chin is tucked in. Bring it back into a line with the spine. And then as we inhale up nice and tall, release that left leg carefully, carefully towards the earth. Little couple soccer kicks. Make sure those knees are feeling good. Perfect. Place those feet back to the earth. Now as we sit nice and tall, roll your shoulders back into their pockets. Take your right shoulder one at a time, roll it back. And we're going to start flowing through the shoulders. The hands just slide up and down those legs. The body stays nice and tall. And we just relax. Perfect. Every movement is with intention, so slow it right down. Feel the shoulder lift, drop back, lower, stabilize. Right shoulder. Feel what's happening through the shoulders as we lift and move them. The hips, the back. Do we feel stable through our feet? There's no rush. And then one more time. And come back to center. Hands are going to slide to the chair. We're going to wiggle our hips back to where we feel nice and solid in the chair, where we can lean back if we need to, but we're going to use that back and core to stabilize us. The feet are still, the heels are underneath those knees still. We have a nice long spine. And I want you to imagine that you're sitting in nice green lush grass. All around you, different colors of green, freshness. I want you to put yourself in a nice, relaxed environment where the breeze is blowing either cool or warm. You can smell the flowers. You can smell the trees. So nothing else matters but the colors, the scent, and the warmth of the sun shining down on you. As that sun hits your cheeks, hits your nose, just feel the softness through your face, through the neck, through the shoulders, over your hearts. And just breathe. And as we feel just patience floating in towards our body and calmness, welcome them. Let your mind become clearer and clearer. Your eyes softer and your cheeks softer. Feel your spine growing taller with the sun, nourishing your body, your skin, your heart, lifting you up to the sky, drawing in the chin, putting colors softly into the cheeks. Feel the tension of your week fading away. With that tension, softness, relaxation, clarity, new perspectives, creativity flourishing when we're calm and relaxed. Criticism floating away, my positive thoughts and energy floating in. Now with your eyes closed, or maybe softly open, and the chin is still tucked, we're just going to roll the chin towards that right shoulder. And with the eyes closed, allows us to focus a little bit deeper on the sensation, the gentleness that we're going to move, the lengthening. But if we feel better opening the eyes, then we go ahead and do so. We can inhale back to center when we're ready. We can take as many breaths in one direction as we need, but remembering to take them deep into the belly as we turn towards the left shoulder, just feeling how the neck, the shoulder, the back feel as we twist that head. Imagine you're laying in that grass, and as we go from side to side, back to the center, you can feel the softness of the grass on our cheek. And then back to center. Shoulders are relaxing more and more as the tension fades away. And then as we come back to center, find the side that you found a little more challenging, go back into that direction. Make sure we breathe and acknowledge the tightness and let it release that tension until we slowly bring the head back to center. Feel your breath traveling into your heart, into your chest, giving you nice relaxed shoulders, open heart. Feeling less closed up and more open to ideas and thoughts. Feel any tightness around the belly, relaxing and releasing, allowing the organs and the digestion and everything just to move a little easier, to do their jobs. The hips safely placed in our chairs, to the energy we feel in our toes and our heels. Beautiful breaths into the body. And as we challenge our minds to relax, enjoy this time. Nothing else matters. And as the body heals, the mind gets clear, begin to slowly open your eyes. Don't find anything specific, just look beyond. It could be shadows, it could be lights, it could be colors. And with your shoulders relaxed, just let your hands just drip away from your legs towards the sides of the chair. And once again, we're gonna lift that right shoulder first up towards the ear, softly lowering, and then followed by the left. Feel its gentleness, smoothness. Feel a little more mobility when we're calm and relaxed. Less pain, less discomfort. Breathing through the motion, not going too fast for our own bodies. Feeling that spinal twist until we finish it off with one more shoulder roll. And then softly relaxing through the neck. Both arms dangling, fingertips dripping towards the earth. And as we turn the palms out to the sides, we're going to draw a nice deep breath in. Soft shoulders, maybe we don't go as high, but we're going to meet all together in front of the heart softly in prayer. Breathe into the thumbs. Relax your shoulders. Dip that right elbow to the right hip. Look down towards that right elbow. Breathe into that left side. A little more mobility as we exhale back to center. Balance your shoulders, soften the shoulders, and then slowly dip the left elbow towards the left hip, following it with your eyes. Inhale back to center. Take a deep breath in. Let your fingertips extend to the sky, exploding with energy, openness, and calmness. Bring the hands back to the heart. Take a nice deep breath in. Let the shoulders relax. Dip that right elbow towards that right hip. Follow it with your eyes. Inhaling, exhaling back to center. Shoulders down, try the left side. Follow the elbow with your eyes. And then inhaling back to center. We're going to inhale up. Release the hands. Find the gentleness through your body as we come to prayer. Breathing into the thumbs. We bow to our namaste. And thanking you for joining me today. Have a wonderful day.